Welcome back to Forza Horizon 4, guys. It is officially a brand new season here in the United Kingdom, and with it comes a very, very cool car for us to go and unlock today. This one is super easy to go and unlock. All you gotta do is a season event, and if you do it, you unlock a brand new Toyota Supra for this game. And I'm just gonna say, spoiler alert, this thing has some incredible customization and upgrades for it. That is what we're gonna do today, though. However, real quick before we go and do that, Forzathon shop for the week. What is this? Well, we've got 8 things to go and buy, I guess. Anyways, this should be super simple. Let's go and unlock this Toyota Supra. It'll take literally like 10 minutes. Just like that, Subaru across the line. The 92 Toyota Supra has been unlocked. Is that a Supra? Look at this lineup of Toyotas now. It's got 206 horsepower, which for back in 1992 was actually a lot. I will give you one reason, and one reason only, why this is better than the other Toyota Supra in the game. You ready for it? And just like that, this is the best Supra in the game. As it's got a 1JZ. It's got turbo flutter. I don't actually know where the car sound for this car comes from. I would assume it is copy-pasted directly from Forza Horizon 3, so it's nothing spectacular. Anyways, this is usually the part of the video where I would open up my map and choose a race. However, I don't think anybody cares what this car can do stock. We're gonna do a couple of different builds for this thing right off the bat, because as rumor has it, in terms of engine swaps, for those of you who don't know, that 3-liter straight 6 twin turbo, that is a good old-fashioned 2JZ, which means 1600 horsepower. We've got a 6.2-liter V8, which, if you want to race the thing, that's probably going to be the engine you're going to want to swap in. We've got an RB26 and a little turbo rally engine. We got a good old wide body kit. Oh, yes. It does kind of make it look like a monster truck because it lifts it up. When we lower this thing down, that will look incredible. Anyways, we'll keep the twin turbos in it for the moment. We have a bunch of different rear wings on the back here. I just want to see, if I don't toss the wide body on, I would imagine I've got a bunch of other parts in here. Anyway, so for this first build, why don't we try to aim for like an A-class little race car? Let's get some really good brakes for the thing. Why not? And then most importantly, suspension, bringing it down from that monster truck. Look, that is race suspension. That's not actually that low. I don't know if it's just me, but there's definitely like an extra inch, maybe even 2 inches in there to full-on slam this thing down. Okay, I've literally got every single upgrade on. 481 horsepower. Okay, that's not good enough. Let me swap on the single turbo just to see what that'll do. Yo, even with a single turbo, the exact same amount of horsepower, 481. You guys are telling me it's not a 1JZ, it's a 1G GTE? What? That this isn't a 1JZ? I didn't even look at the engine, I just assumed. You're telling me they didn't swap a 1JZ in this car for us? No, it's actually a little 2-liter. It's not a 1JZ. Twitch wasn't lying. Playground Games, why are you doing me dirty like this? I have a feeling we've successfully wasted our time. Maybe we upgrade our tires another notch because we have 0 horsepower in this car. I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed, Playground Games. We do have advanced painting groups for this. What? I have never once in my life even noticed that stripe in the middle, but apparently, if you're interested, you can paint it a different color. I will be honest, I'm not in love with the purple, but I do have to say that that wide body kit looks incredible. Anyways, so this is like our little race car, right? It is raining, which is gonna make us a little bit of a slidey boy, but hopefully, when we jump into a race with our Supra, we should be okay. So, Toyota Supra, this is actually gonna be our first sort of like proper test with this. Like I said right off the bat, I don't expect this to be like any sort of meta car or anything like that, but it should be fairly nippy with the upgrades we've gone for. Like, anytime you've got less than 500 horsepower and really big sticky tires, you're always gonna have a fun little race car that's easy to drive. Not to just mention the sound, it's like it's also just not a great engine. Less than 500 horsepower from this thing? No. Where's my 1JZ? It was hyped up so much, and then I got let down so incredibly hard. I guess Playground Games is kind of assuming that if you jump into the Supra, you're gonna 2JZ swap it, which is cool, I guess, but a 1JZ would have been really, really nice. Don't get me wrong, it's not that it's a bad car, it's just that it could have been better with the engines that we had available, that's for sure. Send it past him. I'm surprised I have more horsepower than you, but I'll take it. Third place on the hardest difficulty. It's good, but it's nothing game-changing. I set the fastest lap time. Can we build this car properly now? Maybe the purple's actually growing on me. It's not bad. Anyways, 2JZ, hello, buddy. And you already know, single turbos getting installed. I'll give you a disclaimer. Prepare for wheel spin. For those of you who have never seen this before, this is a 2JZ with a single turbo swap. Now, if you go and upgrade your your single turbo, there's 300 horsepower out of your sport turbo. Or if you upgrade it all the way, nearly 700 horsepower. This turbo alone adds more horsepower than we had in that entire other engine. 1600 horsepower is gonna require it. Race tires, let's go. Here's what we'll do. For this build, we'll make it all-wheel. Look at that class. I would like to apologize in advance, but if we're gonna turn this into a race car and kind of want it to drive properly, we need to swap on the world's ugliest rear wing, and at the same time, big ol' front wheel. As this is now a race car, definitely a race car in air quotes, it's not really gonna work. We have no excuse this time around. Yo, we're racing a Twerk Stallion. I love the pop-up headlights. You don't get that with the new Supra. And for those of you asking why we've got all-wheel drive, I think that says enough. If you were one of those people who complained about me putting all-wheel drive on this car, I hope you take back your comment now. This is on the hardest difficulty. Okay. This car doesn't like corner. Hard on the brakes. No, it doesn't. Full on no turning. Look, the AI is legitimately catching up because I cannot go around a corner. Yeah, so I think we figured out today the Toyota Supra with the right upgrades, boy, is it fast. I mean, you would kind of expect that when you combine all-wheel drive, 1600 horsepower wide body. This car will blow 99% of the cars out of the water. That thing is awesome. Nicely done, Supra. No real complaints. It doesn't really turn super well, but with that amount of horsepower, you're not really trying to go around corners. I think we've successfully showed what the Supra can do with all-wheel drive in a race tune, but at the end of the day, this is a Toyota Supra. It's known for one thing and one thing only. It's time to make this thing go sideways. Now, we're not gonna start getting into any shenanigans with all-wheel drive, no power sliding. We're gonna turn this into a car that is just fun to drive. That's it. Twitch chat is asking really quick for a drag tune. Okay, well, I'll give you a drag tune. Give me 1 second. Let me just get some drag tires swapped on. This thing's gonna be pretty quick off the line. Don't expect it to compete with, like, any of the super fast cars, but it should still be able to put down, like, a pretty decent time. Just out of interest, because Twitch chat asked for it like crazy, let's see what you got with my 2-second drag tune. We've got drag tires, no rear wing. We'll cross the line about 200 miles an hour, a little bit south of that. Finishes with a time of 7.5 seconds. It's not that quick. For sure, with some more upgrades and stuff, and some significantly better tuning, you could get that time down a little bit for sure. Ultimate drift car, here we go. Rear wheel drive, 1600 horsepower, single turbo. Since we haven't done it yet, I guess we'll go for it and I guess we can swap on some of like these cool parts. Make this one a little bit different. Okay. I will be honest, I'm not really a fan of any of these body kits right off the bat. In the pursuit of making this thing into like a unique drift car, I guess, sure. We do need maximum amount of grip in there, which is only 295, which isn't great. We can get wheel space. And suddenly it's all worth it. Wheels aren't supposed to stick out that much, but I will gladly take it. Oh man, it's looking pretty cool now. Okay, I take back my previous comment. Look at that weight reduction now. Now we're super lightweight. That's what I mean. So it turns out no wide body on the car, and you can make this faster than the other Supra. Nice. Guys, how do you report a paint job in this game? How do you do, how? That is what I call a JDM legend now. Those gears though, I probably should have made them a lot longer. But that's sick. That is so sick. Let's go, chuck it into the drift zone. I don't expect any crazy score. It's rear wheel drive. But look how good it looks. Pop-up headlights and all. You cannot complain with this whatsoever. What's funny is how slow we're drifting. We've got 1,600 horsepower, and we're drifting at like 40 to 70 miles an hour in that corner. I know I said it last week when we drove that Corvette that also had 1,600 horsepower. You would expect a car that has this much horsepower to spin out at every opportunity, but it feels very drivable. Like, it's even raining in the game. I will say my only gripe and my downside with this car, where is my 1JZ? I would have loved to have compared 1JZ versus 2JZ. That would have been super fun. I would highly suggest you guys try out this car. If at all, just go and unlock it and chuck it on the auction house and you'll make a bunch of money. That is the Toyota Supra in Forza Horizon 4, an awesome little car. Next week, we've got the big, bad Mercedes E63, one of my favorites. That thing is going to be incredible. And if you want more drifting stuff, stay tuned. We've got something really cool coming up real soon.